Hello everyone, how are you all? So today I welcome you all in lecture number 5 of this chapter, Sources of Energy. So let's begin this class without wasting our time. Okay students, so here we will be discussing about classification of sources of energy. So there are two types of sources of energy. First one is conventional and the second one is non-conventional source of energy. So what is the difference between them? So the conventional source of energy are the source of energy which we have been using since a long time. Okay, which we have been using for a long time. So that type of sources are known as conventional sources of energy. You can also assume it traditional sources. You can also write it traditional sources. Conventional means traditional sources, which we have been using since a long time. Now, what are the non-conventional source of energy? So, non-conventional sources of energy are just opposite of conventional source of energy. Why it is opposite? Because as you can see, non-conventional. So these type of sources are recently discovered and we have not utilized energy that much as compared to the conventional source of energy. So you can say conventional source of energy are the sources of energy which we have been using since a long time and we have utilized lots of energy from conventional source of energy. But if it comes to non-conventional source of energy, then you will say then these type of sources are recently discovered and we have not that much utilized energy as compared to the conventional source of energy. So this is the basic difference between conventional and non-conventional source of energy. Now, if these things are clear to you, so let's move on to the next slide. Okay students, so here let's see conventional sources of energy. These type of sources are extensively used and meet a major portion of our energy requirement. It means you can say that most of the energy we consume is got by the conventional source of energy. We obtain it from the conventional sources. So most of the energy requirements you can say is fulfilled by these conventional sources. If I talk about the examples, so fossil fuels are the great example of the conventional source. Okay, if I talk about what are the some of the examples of fossil fuels, so coal and oil and natural gas, natural gas. So these are the examples of conventional sources of energy. I hope guys this point is clear to you. Now guys, there is another example also. So hydro energy. Hydro energy, in this energy what happens? Water falls from a height and we use the kinetic energy present in water to generate electricity. So we are using this hydro energy and we had seen this hydro energy in the hydel power plant. I hope guys this point is clear to you. Now biomass energy and wind energy also fall in this category as these are being used since ancient times. So sometimes students get confused that biomass and wind energy, they think that we are recently using these energy resources. But for their information, biomass energy, wind energy are also conventional source of energy. Why? Because we have been using the biomass and wind energy since a long time. Okay, I hope guys this point is clear to you that what are some of the examples of conventional source of energy and what does it actually mean. So now if these things is clear to you on this slide, whatever we have learned, so let's move on to the next slide. Okay students, so here we are. Here we will talk about non-conventional source of energy. So non-conventional source of energy are those which are not used extensively as the conventional ones. These are not used extensively as the conventional ones. We have utilized lots of energy from conventional sources. But if we compare it to the non-conventional sources, then utilization of energy in this case is not that much enough. Okay. So meet our energy requirement only by on a limited scale. So here the energy requirement we meet is on limited scale. We are not producing lots of energy. Okay, these are not producing lots of energy. So it does not fulfill our energy requirement completely. It just fulfill our energy requirement on a limited scale. Now let us talk about some of the examples. So solar energy. Solar energy, it's an example of non-conventional source of energy. Then ocean energy is also an example of non-conventional source of energy. Here, what do? We use the wave energy because when wave flows, so it has lots of kinetic energy in it. So we use that energy to rotate turbine and to produce electricity. The same way we use the tidal energy. Okay, because in seas sometimes there is high tide and the other side is low tide. So in that time we use the kinetic energy of water. Okay, so this is about tidal energy. Now ocean thermal energy. In this case what happened, there is some temperature difference in sea. So we use this temperature difference to rotate the turbine. Okay, and the detailed explanation I had given you when we were discussing this ocean thermal energy. Geothermal energy is also a type of non-conventional sources of energy because I told you that in geothermal energy the heat present in the earth crust is used to produce electricity. So this is geothermal energy. And we had also seen nuclear power plant where we are using nuclear energy. We all know that when there is nuclear reaction, there are two types of nuclear reaction. First one is nuclear fission, and the second one is nuclear fusion. Nuclear fusion. So remember I told you that nuclear fission occurs or it takes place in sun. So this is responsible for the energy of sun, and we use this nuclear fission reaction in nuclear power plants. So these type of sources of energy are the non-conventional source of energy. Now These sources of energy, which have been tapped with the aid of advances in technology to meet our growing energy and need, are also called alternative source of energy. So basically, guys, these non-conventional sources of energy will be used as alternative source of energy, because when the fossil fuels will run down, so we will have to use these sources as alternative, because when we do not have the raw material to run our thermal power plant, okay, so we need to shift these non-conventional sources of energy. So these are the alternative sources of energy. Okay, I hope guys this thing is clear to you. You might have seen that solar energy is promoted so much. Why? Because in future the fossil fuels may finish. So that time we have to use these sources. So these are known as alternative source of energy. I hope guys this thing is clear to you. So what is the difference between conventional and non-conventional source of energy? So you can see conventional source of energy are used extensively and it meet a major portion of our energy requirement. It means most of the energy we need is fulfilled by the conventional sources of energy. Examples also we had seen fossil fuels, okay, coal. We will be discussing in detail about these fossil fuels, coal, oil, and natural gases on the upcoming slides. So, hydro energy is also an example of the conventional sources of energy, because we have been using this hydro energy since a long time. Biomass and wind energy are also fall in this category. After that, you had seen what is non-conventional source of energy. So it has not been used since a long time ago. We are not extensively using it. Okay, and they only meet our energy requirement only on a limited scale, not completely. Then we also saw some of the examples like solar energy, okay, ocean energy. In solar energy, light energy is converted into electrical energy. Light energy is converted into the electrical energy. Okay, so I told you about when we were discussing this solar energy, that there are solar panels, and the solar panels are made up of solar cells. Okay, and solar cells are made up of silicon metal, and the connections there were of silver metal. So that was so costly, and it was converting the light falling on it into the electricity. I hope guys these points are clear to you. Although these sources have their drawbacks as well. Why? Because they are a little bit expensive, and you can see that if I talk about solar energy specifically, so it is not available all the time. In night there is no sunshine, so we cannot use the solar plants at the time of night. Okay, also the rate of the, you can say, the rate of the electricity is also not constant, because sometimes the sunshine is so much, okay, and the other time it is less. So that's why the electricity produced is not constant. So I hope guys you might have been able to understand the difference between the conventional sources of energy and the non-conventional sources of energy. So if it is clear to you, now let's move on to the next slide and let's try to understand fossil fuels. So it is a question for you that in which category this fossil fuels come. So here your answer will be in conventional sources of energy, because we are using the energy in fossil fuels since a long time. So that's why these are the conventional sources of energy. So there were remaining of prehistoric plants and animals which got buried deep inside the earth millions of years ago. So basically, this is talking about millions of years ago. Okay. So in that era, what happened when the plants and the animals died? So their bodies or their wastage got buried deep inside the earth. Okay. Now, under the pressure and temperature, they get changed into fuel due to the excess of heat and high pressure inside the earth. Because you can see that there is lots of pressure if they bury deep inside, so the layers of earth will apply pressure over it. So that's why under the pressure and the temperature they convert it into the fossil fuels. Fossil fuels. Okay, so the energy of fossil fuels is in fact solar energy, which has trapped by natural processes a very long time ago. Okay, so coal, petroleum and natural gas are the major fossil fuels which we are using today. So basically, it is the solar energy which is trapped in the fossil fuels. Okay, so by the natural processes, it converts into the fossil fuels. Now, these fossil fuels have lots of, or you can say high amount of energy. And coal, petroleum, natural gases, these are the product of this, you can say, of this process. Now guys, if this thing is clear to you, let's move on to the next slide and let's talk about coals. So as you know that coal is a fossil fuel, so it is the most abundant fossil fuel on earth. Okay, it is, you can say, it is found in a very good amount, and it is essentially carbon and mainly used as combustion fuel. So it is used as a combustion fuels. We all know that in thermal energy, in thermal power plant, what do? We burn coal, and when the coal burns, so it heats the water and it converts the water into the steam, and this steam rotates the turbine. So what we are doing, we are using the coal energy, okay, to convert water into steam, and by this steam we got the energy or the electrical energy. So you can say that the coal is also a fossil fuel. Now it is mostly used for combustion. It is combustible substance. Okay, so it is used for combustion. After that, petroleum. So it is also a fossil fuels. So petroleum literally means oil, rock oil, because petra means rock and oleum means oil. So this is basically a rock oil, and it is a complex mixture of many compounds of hydrogen and carbon which are called hydrocarbons. So basically, we all know that what is hydrocarbon, like C6H12. Okay, so this is basically a hydrocarbon. So it is a mixture of hydrocarbons. Now small amounts of other compounds of carbon containing oxygen, nitrogen and sulfur are also present in petroleum. So as you can see that in petroleum these gases may also present: sulfur, nitrogen and oxygen. After that, let's come to the natural gas. So natural gas is also a important fossil fuel, and it is found underground near an oil source. So it is found near an oil source. So this is the natural gas, and it is burning with a blue flame, with a blue flame, which is showing that it is burned completely. I hope guys these things are clear to you. So if it is clear to you, now let us end this session. And okay, so I'm ending this session, and thank you so much, and bye bye.